Mr. Kurang, first naa la jox enough time pour nga wax but laaj bi laa lay laaj yow biir Pdois nga wax according to Hon.Halifa Sallah yow as a member of Pdois ak lu mën a xew ak xëy na yenn révélation yi nga xam ne defoon nga ko sunu réew mosuloo toog ak moom one-on-one pour xëy na benn jaaxle wala luy xew biir Pdois mosuloo ko cee wax dara moom wax na ko fii nii dégg nga comme loo xam ne yaa ñëw ba ci moom moo xam ci néegam wala ci bureau bi loo xam ne nit ñaar a kay toog nga ne ko xëy na lii ak lii ak lii loolu tamit lan nga foogloo woon tamit ne li nga wax ci biir penc mi mënuloon a wax ak moom force balaa muy dem ci penc mi wala it def nga ko am déet su ko defee tamit yenn kàddu yi nga xam ne wax na ko fi mën nga ci jaar nga tontuwaale monsieur Kurang.
kenn sañu ko ñaata minutes nga ma jox.
Kurang, just go on.
Just go on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moderator can do interfere ak moderator li mu wax wante wax dëgg yàlla soo ko seetee bu baax.
So let me speak. It's my time to speak.
I'm just clarifying something.
So what I want to say,
Mr. Kurang,
it's my time to speak now.
Yeah, so
let me speak.
Please, ñu am decorum, please.
Now,
yeah, please. Xam nga tamit dafa am benn clarity bu ma bëgg a meet. No, haral Mr. Suwane.
No.
Halifa is a state.
Is it my time to speak?
It's your time, but sumala introbe after nala compensate. But please, I'm also the moderator. Dang ma may rek ma am lu ma clarify.
Waaw li ma bëgg a dëgëral
just please Mr. Suwane.
li ma bëgg a dëgëral rek mooy ne waxuma loolu pour def ko mu nekk ci spot mel ni dafa def lu wrong ci li mu wax loolu laa bëggoon mu leer ne
that's fine.
li moo def.
Yes.
All right.
Garme. Man mun naa wax ne su dee dégg la Halifa dégg na ma am na ñu fi toog man maa ñoom toog nañ ak Halifa ci office bi waxtaan on so many issues waaye ma start from where he ended I'm a National Assembly contestant in the party ñu ngi am groupe boo xam ne ñoom ñoo ko créé ci office bi called the National Assembly or candidates for National Assembly groupe boobu mu ngi ubbi 2022 after the election not even one message in that group to tell us about what is happening in the party. It's a WhatsApp group. 20 people. Tasena with other contestants in somebody in Nyomi. When I left Doi, why? Because since I contested election in 2017, nobody got back to me. Ñun ñep contestants lañ won ni lañ ko daan xolé. Mu ne ma suma family mu ne ma bay. Because lu mu wax dañ ci gis sun bopa. So ma fi ñëwee nit wax la ma nga ne ma doy xanaa is doy about Halifa and Syria. When I want to be frank to you, I will tell you doy is about Halifa. Since 2021, after the election, until December last year, Halifa was in a complete hibernation. There was no activity. I saw press conferences. Yes, I attended few press conferences. Why I stopped attending? Because you call me for a press conference. I come to press conference. I don't know what the press conference, the arguments are. I just come and sit there for 2 hours. I mean, Kutba Bisa Friday is 35 minutes. Nobody is going to sit continuously for 2 hours. Degumadara. Why, what I am trying to say is that Sonjito Party or an organization, and you have an election in 2021. After 2021, the leadership of the party refused to organize any activity, and you nekk ci ground bi. Yeah, I know there is a tour. Why did I ñëw ci boobu? Ñu nekk ci ground bi, any activity we organize, somebody is coming and say, this is not in the way of Doi. This is not supposed to be done. So I am telling you, you have a women representative elected by the Congress, and then you have a youth representative. Today, the fact that you don't have any one of those, well, if you said the Congress did it wrongly, then you go back to the committee, and those people are qualified. There is nothing wrong to appoint them again. But if you don't appoint them again, and there is no women representative, maybe they can come and say there was a women representative, but where is the women representative activities from 2021 to 2024 December? Where is the youth representative activities from 2021 to 2022 December? So what I notice, man luma xam, mom laajte na fi mu ne ndax man mus naa koo call ma toog ak moom ndax man mi gën a am fit ndax am naa fit boobu noonu, because I tell you an incident. West Coast is one of the regions in Pdois, in every party. I participated in North Bank activities. It was not a central committee organized activity. We funded it, right? All of us put small and some people put big amounts. We went there. I attended the CRR activity. It was not a central committee funded. We funded it. I participated. We went there. That's the only activity I remember in CRR. And that's the only activity I remember in North Bank. The West Coast, where I live, we tried to say, the coordinator has resigned. Why don't you replace him? There was a push and pull for 2 years to replace a mayor coordinator of a region. We live there. We don't do it for anything. We've just protested that how this is going, it shouldn't go like that. A party should have party dafa wara am. Numo dohe. Te si dohin bobu tam dafa wara johe regions yi sen cër. Nga am regional corridor mu resign. Ñun ñu ñëw, dañoo replace a regional corridor. Why to cut the story short in that case, dafa mujjee ak meeting si office Halifa. Man bu ma àggee si meeting bi. Xam nga wax naa fi ne last week, the Pdois am na ñoo xam ne ñu ngi téye more than 2 positions. Moom si boppam, he's a secretary general, he's the spokesperson, no problem with that, he's doing it good. But then there is somebody who is not elected by Congress, he's doing treasurer work, the administrative secretary is resigned, she's doing the same thing, she's doing her normal secretarial work, and then there are lots of people you meet in the party who want to contribute, but ma ñëw si meeting bu ma wax ne the reason why they would not contribute, or my answer to whether I have gone to his house or not. I went for the meeting to attend boo xam ne activists ñoo fa nekk for West Coast. Bu ma àggee si bunta bi, you know what the secretary told me? What are you looking for? What am I looking for? I didn't endorse Halifa because I want anything, money or anything or position. But if he has confidence in me and tell me if I win, you will be a minister, and then he tells his secretary, if they come, stop him and ask him, what are you finding here? What will I go back and tell my family? That you gave me money, my family and friends, to go and contest as an MP for this party. But today when I went for the meeting, the secretary of the secretary general, daf ma stop si bunta bi. Munama, where are you going, in a very embarrassing way. Kiman andal, mungi talk fi. Usman, munama, dama ñibi. Munama, way alaji suma ñibe tay duma ñëwaat doy. Man mako tieni, mané ko parti do ko bay ndik nit merlona nga buga bay parti. Duñ dé bay nonu parti. So the systematic humiliation of people just because you disagreed with them is evident. Nakalay ñibé suma kër wala go back to my friends and tell them that party which you give me funds and resources to support me in Nyamina. Today I went for a meeting, just a regional meeting, and then I was chased away by the secretary like a dog. How will I go and take a telephone and say I am going to Halifa's office? After I went into the meeting, you know what I confronted the Honorable with? You know what I confronted him with? He remembers very well. When he told me Central committee members are not supposed to attend meetings of regional committees. I say, So is that so, Honorable? He said, yes. I say, where is the law? I say, who said that? He says, it's in the Pdois Constitution. I say, where is the Constitution? Because the Honorable always comes with all the books. Well, that day he didn't show me. Maybe today he will show me. But then what I am trying to tell you, my mind is that the Honorable comes and make laws and unmake laws at will. You understand, Garvey? So, Chiman, luta mawa, when Syria make his speech. I agree, Honorable. I'm not legal right to contest any election he wants. He can contest any election he wants. But if the leadership of the party, if the leadership of the party is talking about things which for us inside the party are so irrelevant, they are irrelevant. What is relevant is the fundamental management problems that we face on a daily basis. As a management philosophy, number one, you must, one of the role of management is, internal controls to protect the assets. And one of the key functions of internal controls is segregation of juries. In Pdois, when they tell you committee or central committee, everything is on paper is fine. Every party is run by two things, policy and administration. Pdois policy, I have no problem. It's clear direction, but the administration is very weak. In fact, it's a one-man administration. Any decision Bojel, it comes back to Halifa. I don't need anything to prove that. What I need to prove that is what I faced myself. Yes, you want to ask me a question? Yeah.
All right. Mama, you have 5 minutes.
Yeah, let him ask me, but his question is not part of the 5 minutes.
All right,
yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
No, sila bokude because 5 minutes let us say. All right, okay. Kurang, just continue.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm banyu nga laaj ko mom sula alawe is fine, but 5 minutes laaj bek tontu bi yep sila bok.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, so I know anytime you confront the Honorable, he's ready. I know he's ready. Because what is on paper is always correct. I have no doubt. But when I joined Pdois in 2021, we were talking about resolutions of establishing a member register. In 2022, resolutions of member register. In 2023, Congress resolutions of member register. In 2024, resolution for the registration of members. And it's a 40-year-old party. So there is a lot of good policy. But where is the action? I listened to him on radio, on TV last week. He's talking about the weakness of the agricultural department in the Gambia, on the Jawara, on the Barrow, and on the Yahya. That there's a lot of workshops, a lot of policy, but nothing is happening. Well, Pdois is operating like the agricultural department of the Gambia. He talked about decentralization, village, ward, and district. And I am sitting watching him on TV. Where is the empowerment of the villages and the regions and the districts when they are not able to hold even one activity? I participated in 3, I tell you, for the past 3 years of 3 regions. The West Coast is paralyzed. So there is an invisible hand, which is the hand of the Secretary General, that can bring everything to a stop in Pdois, no matter what effort you put in it. Danga buy hell nak. Because we don't come to the party to benefit anything from the party. I spoke to welder men who contested as candidates. They tell me how much they suffered. I spoke to teachers who contested for the party. In 2021, or 2022, if all those people come and lay their problems to you, and you said, wow, Dingendega, you will hear from us. Did we hear from you since 2021 up to now, the parliamentary candidates? We did not hear from you, Honorable. But you are saying, did I come to your house to ask you, right, or to put a raise to you? When you created a group, You said you are the parliamentarians. You will hear from us. We didn't hear from you. When you said the nomination of somebody is not correct in the Congress, and then you sit in the Central Committee, you change it. Did the people hear from you that and then announce that I have appointed new representatives? Or we have reappointed Aminata and Kegs without a Congress? Yeah, because if you can appoint, if you can act, they can act unless they are unqualified. Put them back to the place. That's what people are asking for. Why are we beating about the bush? They went to Congress. The Congress said they should be there. You came back to your office and then few of you just sit down and say the 300, 500 or so people in the Congress made a wrong decision. So you change it. You could have still brought them back if they are not disqualified and said act until next Congress. Did you do that? You didn't do that. So you throw sand into people's effort, even though we are under you and we respect you, you have a good policy direction. I am talking here about your administration.
Okay. Touch your mic, please. Sige now. Okay. Well.
You gave up on social media, but they have no clue about what you cannot know the management of a party until you are inside. But I will not be on the air telling people, Barrow, 3 years job now, he break the law. Don't trust him again. And then when I want to elect somebody to the State House, I know how I fight to get him elected and how I cry to get him elected. I don't do half and half in my life. After I do that, if I hear him saying certain talk, I will say, Konki mom, soon got elected, you can walk with my tay, that did not def second term. One neck I walk it.
All right.
That all war now.
All right.
Then if I elected him, right, if I supported him,
okay, correct.
And then I am in the party, party
yeah, dinaa ñëwaat sa time bi dafa jeex sa time am in fact
what's the problem with the mic too?
Yeah, but all right, léegi
people are not doing a good job
today. Ñëwaat yéen but so lu ma ko maye mu bëggoon delluwaat si honorable after ma ñëw Amadou dafa mel na am correction pour
pour kex la but kon mic am bi doxul we can
pour Kurang sorry pour Kurang
sorry
pour Kurang
question come.
Okay, but my mom
yes, question,
please. No, Harald, did you get a question? Don't book a deal watch honorable after.
Garmi, it's my time. Nobody asked me question. Why?
No,
why don't I choose the follow-up question?
But Jonal, 20 minutes.
But where is the follow-up question?
It will come.
Oh, Garmi.
All right, okay, honorable, please. How to call it? But you have only 3 minutes to answer.
Yes, let him ask me, Garmi.
Yeah, but you have only 3 minutes to answer.
Let him ask.
Yes.
Ask him.
Let me just ask quickly. Du yaga comme time bi bari wut kula deglu nga wax dafa melni di nga bolé lu bari pour expose pour wax nit ñi xam li yaga xew ci doy li nga feel ne has not been orderly ci sa yow sa gis-gis from 2021 to 2025 nit mun na wax ne lu yaga la.
Wow.
So Kurang mo ngi soga wax some of these things sometime last week.
Wow.
Lan moo tax di bi booba léegi waxut ku la déglu tamit dafa mel ni ndax Kurang ku mer la am yu mer bu mu yàgga génn téye ci moom mu am opportunity mu génnee yëpp ci media bi ndax du loolu tamit ku la dégg ngay wax.
xam nga man Gambia wax na moo tax ma ne la nit yi nañ bàyyi di wax ne kii wax na lii ndig lii moo nekk ci xolam because ku wax loolu da nga juum yàlla moo xam lu nekk ci xeli nit. Is the mic going? Right? Lu nekk ci xeli nit. Comprendre man for the past 3 years man laa wax maa ngi ñëw fii kenn musta dégg ci man maay wax ne doy nii ak nii waaye loolu taxul ne xaw ma lu ci nekk all the regions am involved. maa ngi nekk fii di wax 6 and 9 about the other parties and there are other things that those parties are doing better than us. They are empowering the youth. You see, the Barrow, people go there, young people, and then instantly they have responsibility. How do I say you are empowering me? Only when I see you give responsibility to people. People are not looking for position. People are looking for responsibility to contribute. So if the Honorable goes on TV and say, people are looking for power, people are looking for this, well, people will say, oh, 40 years you're there, and then you are saying this kind of thing. So I have to, one point, young Malaj, one point, man tam fog man yow mane wow. Man ma ngi nekk ci TV. I am talking as if I come from a perfect party. And my leaders, look at them on the air. What they are talking about is not what Gambians want to hear, or it's not what we Doi people want to hear, or what I want to hear. What I want to hear is, how are they going to fix the problems of the party that they left lying down for 3 years, wasted my time, and so many other young people's time?
But don't you think the question would come back? Approach the leadership of Doi.
I approach it so many times in so many ways. I just tell you an example. We have written letters, and then Honorable say, oh, we don't reply to letters, we don't know how to address the issue. He didn't reply. For months, the letter is lying there on the West Coast, no reply. I said, how can a party leadership feel that an ordinary members or candidates write letters, no matter the irregularity, they will still not reply? So I am telling you that there is a systematic method to frustrate you. And I speak. Man duma neka fen duma wah na chi meeting. Honorable Deganama, I asked him questions in the Congress. I spoke about fundamental issues in Congress. I told them, stop complaining about telling people Gambians are not aware they don't vote. Gambians are aware. In 1965, 1959, they came here and drive away apartheid. They are aware. There are people in the village who have the whole Quran in their head, you know, so they know what to do. It is the problem for the party to look at itself. So nobody should come here and say Mamadi was not hard when he was in Doi. I am always hard. I never keep silent, and the Honorable knows that.